Welcome back, listeners. Once again, I'm the Tales Keeper. Tonight's file comes from Japan, and it takes place somewhere familiar, somewhere ordinary, somewhere you've probably been alone before. A bathroom stall. Before we continue, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss what comes next. Now, let us continue. Act 1, The Last Stall. Also known as Manto stories, almost always begin in the same place. A school bathroom, late afternoon, sometimes after dark. The hallway outside is quiet. Classes have ended. Cleaning staff hasn't arrived yet. The lights hum faintly overhead. The victim chooses the last stall. That detail matters. It's the farthest from the door, the most isolated. The place where footsteps sound distant and escape feels slow. And once the stall door closes, the air feels different. Still. Heavy. As if the room is waiting. Act 2. The presence behind you. Victims rarely hear Aka Manto arrive. There are no footsteps, no creaking doors. They only notice when the air shifts behind them. Some describe the feeling of being watched. Others say the lights flicker or the room grows unnaturally quiet. The silence presses in, making even breathing feel loud. Then a voice speaks, low, calm, polite, close enough to be heard clearly, but never close enough to see. Act 3, The Question. Aka Manto always asks the same thing. Do you want red paper or blue paper? Sometimes the wording changes. A red cape, a blue cape, red or blue. The voice never sounds angry. It never threatens. It simply waits. Most victims think it's a prank, a joke, another student trying to scare them. That assumption is fatal. Act 4. Why there is no correct answer. Japanese folklore makes one thing clear. There is no correct answer. If the victim chooses red, Aka Manto appears and kills them violently, leaving their body drenched in blood, stained red. If the victim chooses blue, Aka Manto strangles or drains them until their skin turns pale or blue, lifeless and cold. Some legends say refusing to answer only angers the spirit. Others say trying to outsmart him leads to worse outcomes. The question is not a choice. It is a sentence. Act 5. What Aka Manto looks like. Descriptions of Aka Manto vary, but certain details remain consistent. He appears tall and thin, wearing a flowing red cloak or mask that hides his face. Some versions describe him as wearing a white mask with hollow eyes. Others say his face is never seen at all. What everyone agrees on is his presence. He fills the stall, blocks the exit, and moves far too quietly for something that large. Aka Manto does not rush. He enjoys the pause after the answer. Act 6. The rare escapes. Very few stories speak of survival. In some versions, victims escape by refusing to answer entirely and running the moment the question is asked. In others, survival comes only by saying something unexpected. I don't want either. Or, I want yellow. Even then, escape is never guaranteed. Some legends say Aka Manto allows the victim to leave, watching silently as they flee. Others say he follows and finishes the job elsewhere. Survival does not mean safety. Act 7. Why he appears in schools. Aka Manto is most often tied to school bathrooms. Folklore scholars believe this is intentional. Bathrooms are private places, vulnerable places, spaces where people are alone, distracted, and unguarded. Aka Manto targets hesitation, embarrassment, the instinct to answer politely. He punishes people for engaging when they should run. Act 8. The warning. Aka Manto is remembered as a lesson. Not every question deserves an answer. Not every voice should be acknowledged. And politeness can be dangerous. If you hear a voice behind you in an empty bathroom, asking you to choose. Do not answer. Do not turn around. Leave. Thank you for watching this entry in the Dark Creature Files. Aka Manto remains one of Japan's most terrifying urban legends, not because of what he does, but because of how simple his trap is. Some questions are meant to be ignored. I'll see you in the next file.